look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see.
Well, good morning and welcome to, let me turn this down. Good morning and welcome to Ask the Wizard, streaming live, almost daily, big time, almost lately, for July the 14th. How's everybody doing? Tried to do this one yesterday, but my voice didn't want to cooperate, so we're going to give it another go today, all right? Check a couple things. No, we're good. Look at that. So this show streams live on Facebook. Funny story about that. Streams live on streams live. Wow, my throat's still not quite there. Streams live on Facebook at 12:45 p.m. There's a story about that today. Simulcast on YouTube and Twitch. Also strip the audio out and upload it to anchor.fm. And what you'd be more familiar with, I'm sure, is Spotify. On Spotify, just search for Ask the Wizard Coat and you'll find where all these are. If it's a longer show, I upload the whole thing with the curated music and everything. I also clip out the teaching moment and upload that as well, so you can listen to that that way too. Throat's still not. It's not, yeah, not sick or anything like that. It's which, who knows? Maybe it ties in with the theme of this. I don't know. Anyway, let's. Anything else? Oh yes, the I'm a pretty intelligent person, I think. So I created an event for the Facebook for this broadcast, and you put a time in. So I put in 12:45 a.m. because that's what Facebook suggested. Anyway, so I look at it. And something about it didn't look right, but it just stick with me, okay? It was like, well, it's the mornings. I guess it was. Oh god, 12:45 a.m. And then I'm waiting because I've set it to automatically start the broadcast, and 12:45 comes around and it's not broadcasted. Looking at it, and then suddenly it sinks into this thick noggin that, oh wait a minute, 12:45 a.m. is the middle of the freaking night. Anyway, there you go. That's my story about that. All right, let's head right to the teaching moment. Well, these still are, not just by my observation, but so many people, these still are strange times. Hold on, I'm just going to move. These still are strange times. I'm not really, I don't know a lot about all the details of current events, especially world current events. And to be honest, that's something I've never really had a passion for. I've got audio. Oh yeah, we're good. I just reconfigured some stuff, so I just wanted to make sure you could indeed hear me and I wasn't just going but I guess I can. I am. It's just something I haven't had a passion for, but things are still really weird. And I was actually talking to my sister a couple of days ago. We sprung our mother, who's 94, out of the hospital. We didn't sneak her out. They said it was okay. And we were just sitting, waiting, and talking about how things just, and some of the words that came up in the conversation was flat. I'm probably putting some in there too. Thick, dead, like just dead. And I'm not saying in every aspect of things, which is kind of the point of this teaching topic, if you will. But it's like, and the word I use quite a bit is this environment of fear. And it's really interesting that it's not surprising, thankfully, but interesting how it validates so many of the things that I teach. Is that so often, once the physical danger, I'll use that word, is over, that doesn't mean the non-physical danger, if you will, is. And often that is what carries on way, way past when the physical issue, if you want to call it that, is resolved. And I think this is one of the things where we trip ourselves up. Let's say it's a serious illness or something like that, which is it's very real. The danger is real, absolutely. But then the physical illness is completely resolved. But is it completely resolved in the non-physical? Because remember, our non-physical is the environment that produces the byproduct or the effect in the physical. So what you see as the themes in your present moment physical experience is a byproduct of the non-physical environment. Now, not just yours, but also globally, if you will. And we could even expand that into even expanding outside of time. This is one of the things when I was teaching Reiki workshop, still up there for doing it. It's just kind of was a topic of discussion. Dead, no interest, zero, none. Is that the non-physical is where we win the war, right? And the non-physical is what really matters, and that's what it's so important to focus on. And this, even though and again, I don't know all the details about it, but kind of the predominant danger at a physical level, it's over the past 2 years, 2.5 years or whatever, that I think for the most part is now gone. I mean, it's not disappeared, but at least it's not what it was. And the precautions, quote unquote, precautions that were taken throughout it that really, and again, I'm nowhere near close to aware and understanding of world and global politics and economics and all that kind of stuff, but it's almost like all the powers to be just pushed a hard stop on the entire globe. And we're still experiencing the ramifications of that, to trying to get a whole global economy to get the world moving again. But this environment of fear is still here, and it's affecting us in different ways. We just don't realize it. So then the topic of this is, okay, so all that stuff is true. But what's also true is, I call it the laws of manifestation. Well, that's true too. And those laws have not been diluted. Those laws have not, concluded and are disappeared. They are still here, present, and functioning. So then we're kind of left with two possibilities. Either the world's gone for shit, and kind of life as we knew it to be or whatever is over. We're just in this mire. Or there's something else going on. And I'm not going to say every day, absolutely not every day, but I think more days than not, I am in the latter camp. In that, it's just bizarre. It's for me anyhow, and not just me, the people I talk to, and that's what we were saying. Sister and I was it's just bizarre. But all those, again, the laws of manifestation, all that stuff are still here and working. So there must be something else going on at the same time. There must be something else going on behind the scenes that we just can't see right now. And I'm not saying that I call it the apocalypse, which to me is not a wrong word that we've experienced in the last however many years. That was a requirement so this new thing can be birthed. I've never been in the camp that when something really miserable happens to a person, they go, geez, I'm so thankful that happened, because if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here. And I'm total agreement. But I don't think those bad things have to happen in order for us to be catapulted forward. I also know that we live in a world where sometimes shit happens. Right? I mean, there's only one thing. There is really one thing that I am super confident that I know for sure, is that I don't know everything. There's always going to be those mysteries. There's going to be those, I don't know why. I don't have an answer. But I think just as much as we can choose, we can essentially choose whether everything is, here's what's really cool. So Facebook is automatically subtitling these. I'm going to try this again. Here we go. And I'm going to watch. So either everything is going for shit, and as soon as it does that, it just goes, it recognizes it and goes star, star, star. Okay, so either that's happening or there's something else going on. Now, do we know what that something else that's going on is? I don't. But from what I know of the laws of manifestation, and I mean, there's so much more than that, but I'll just use that for a handle. What I know right now is that it's always creating. And that I also know that my life experience, your life experience, our life experience is designed to continually get better and better and better. And I know those processes are still at play, even though I can't see them and even though I can't feel them. And so often we're seeing and feeling the exact opposite, but that doesn't mean they're not there. And I guess really the point of this, the topic of this is, and your homework assignment, I suppose, is exercising your right and responsibility to choose which one it is. Because you can look around and you can go, yep, everything's over, it's a mess, get better, on and on and on. Or you can choose that there's something going on behind the scenes. Something is up. I don't know what it is, but I know that our life experience by design is in our DNA for it to get better, better, and better. And even though it doesn't feel that way, and even though I don't see any evidence of it, matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. Me, you, we, us can still choose which camp we're going to be in. Now, I know, trust me, I know that the first camp is a whole lot easier to kind of hang out in, isn't it? But that doesn't mean we can't choose the other one. And what I see is, I was going to say isolation, and that's probably true, and also stagnation. And this is where we really do need to reach out to each other, because kind of my sign-off line is we're, share, share, share. We're all in this together, because we really are. And it's really challenging to continue to choose that perspective of something's up, something's happening behind the scenes. That isn't dead, right? That life force that continues to create, that you and I are part of, we're channeled for. As Esther Hicks says, and I was just listening to her again this morning, that power, that energy, that force that creates worlds, which is kind of timely because the Webb telescope, you've probably seen stuff because it started sending pictures back. This telescope that's way, way, way out in space somewhere. And one of the pictures were, of course, not a big surprise because Hubble has done this, but these infinite number of galaxies, right? Not just stars or anything. It's galaxies, and it's this massive number of them. That force is what's at play right now. And it continues to create. So even though we can't see it right now, we got to choose that it's still at work. And we've got to choose that things not just can, but will get better. Not just for me, not just for you, not just for us, but globally, things will get better. And I think a big piece of our role right now is to stand fast in that choosing to believe that there's something going on behind the scenes, that there's something up. This is not the end, that there's something up. That things can, not just can, and will change in amazing ways, even though we can't see it right now. All right, guys, that is that's a teaching moment for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to sign off with a little bit of music. So I'll be on the air for a little bit longer. So if you wanted to stop in and say hi, I can see on my phone here who's watching. Give me a thumbs up. If you want a little energy, distance healing top up, mini meditation, Q&A, or if you just want to say hi, of course, I'd love to have you. Share. We're all in this together. And see you on the web.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time.